about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway, he's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you, smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give him a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You got to tell him, though, that I sent you. You got to tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
I think I've sung this song for you in the past. He does a pretty good job, Trey Songz, but not as good as me.
Turn the lights on.
Yeah, yes, sir. I think I have sung this for the Stewies. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. I do like this, though. Matter of fact, I think I'll sing it for y'all one day soon. Shut up! Oh! Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Hey, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, every once in a while I sing. I realized a couple of months ago I was blessed with the gift of song. Shut up, haters. Hey, Waterhead, man, we got to start looking for a new studio audience, man, because these cats around here, man, they kind of crabby. Shut up, you crabs. You damn crabs. Yeah, I think I might have to sing that song for y'all, man. I love that song right there. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a fantastic, freaky, funny Football Friday. Quickly, if you're just joining us, your Boiled Peanuts Award nominees. The Boiled Peanuts Award goes to the Bust of the Week in Sports, Entertainment, and Beyond. Your nominees in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group, the poll is there, are Lil Wayne for ignorant statements about Black Lives Matter. Cam Newton for his warped sense of fashion. Couldn't even get it out. Real People Music, that's what he goes by. That's the name that he goes by. For disrespecting hip-hop in general with his thoughts and ideas about the genre. To put it in a nutshell for the people that don't know the backstory about Real People Music, he was on the Kicking It with Kesey show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network a couple of days ago, and he argues that Biggie Smalls, the notorious B.I.G., a.k.a. Christopher Wallace, is not a top 5 rapper. How dare you, sir? So we had to nominate his ass, Grego the Stewie, just because we nominate him every week. The Country Music Awards for Erasing Beyonce off of their site. I still didn't get a chance to go and find out more details about this. Maybe y'all do. And the last nominee for the Bald Penis Award is the #1 Chief Rocker, Vern from Jersey the Stewie, for continuously disrespecting his chat room, his fellow Stewies, and most importantly, the host of the Doug Stewart Show. That's me. Putting in flim-flam filth in the chat room, man. Just disrespecting everybody. You know, we got a beautiful chat room. We got the best chat room in the world. And Woman Wednesday, we ask that you post avatars of beautiful women, but we don't want you to get, nasty with it. You nasty, fat, nasty Vern. In the last segment, I mentioned we were going to get into the mid-season superlatives for the NFL and busters for the NFL, kind of. I want to put that off a segment or two. Quickly, I wanted to talk a little bit about last night, Golden State and OKC, and then I want to jump into the chat room for a second before we go back to break, all right? So let's do that. A lot of people were anticipating what was going to go down last night as Kevin Westbrook went on the road to Oracle Arena taking on the Golden State Warriors, and more importantly, his former teammate, Kevin Durant. All right, there was a lot of anticipation about this. And at the start of the game, man, Westbrook took his traditional spot underneath the opposing basket and spoke to no Warriors players. That's something about this story that we didn't talk about yesterday when we got into this. Is Westbrook never speaks to anybody at the start of the game. Westbrook is, what some people would call eccentric, and other people would just call crazy. And him and Kevin Durant didn't talk. They didn't speak. They didn't look at each other, word on the street was. And I didn't see this game last night, but there was some anticipation going into it for obvious reasons. The Warriors went on to rout the Thunder 122-96. Kevin Durant gets, I guess, one up on his former teammate and team, scoring 39 points, which tied an NBA record for the most points by a player in his first game against his former team. Wow. That's pretty impressive because that scenario happens a lot of times in the NBA. And so the game is over, and they did it. Listen, I want to say one thing about this. My man, John Fisher, Patty Cake Microwave yesterday on his show, fine show on Spreaker.com. He had listened to my show earlier, and he took umbrage with the fact that people were questioning Kevin Durant in the media, for his opinions about his relationship with the word he used, his relationship with Russell Westbrook, and why they're not boys anymore, why they haven't spoken since he left. And I think it came across to John Fisher that I was, worrying about something that really didn't need to be worried about. A couple of things. First of all, this is what I do for a business. I talk about sports and the stories within them. And second of all, I wasn't so much questioning, and if people misunderstood, I wasn't so much questioning the fact that two men don't get along. The fact that really bothers me is for years, they contended that they were boys and that they were best friends. And that's not the case. That's not the case, and clearly that's not the case because they won't speak to each other. They haven't talked since Durant came to Golden State. So it just seems kind of weak on both parts. More so in particular, I guess, Kevin Durant's part, because he left the team. And they had a good thing there most people would agree with. They were building towards another championship or making it to another championship and possibly winning a championship. So it does seem kind of awkward. That relationship, once again, as they put it, seems kind of awkward. And it seems almost like a lie. It seems like the whole time that Durant was in OKC that they said that they were boys and they looked out for each other. You remember a lot of times Durant even spoke up for for Russell Westbrook, not being a ball hog at post-game press conferences or whatever. So that's the only thing that seems off-kilter to me. I totally understand Jay Fisher, the microwave. His point was that family members don't always get along. I get that. I totally get that. The problem is that they've always contended that they are boys and that they always got along. And the way that he went to Golden State, man, I think is just bootleg as hell. But I was driving yesterday, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So I was driving yesterday. I didn't get a chance to jump in the chat room, but I listened to a lot of my man John Fisher's show. He has a show that comes on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network as well every once in a while. Good stuff. Patty Cake, John Fisher. Great stuff yesterday on your show, bro. Let me read a couple of your messages in the chat room from Spreaker.com. From Thorny Switch, she says, so wait, we talking about this and the Falcons won last night? We talked about that the first segment, Thorny. You just getting in here. Now look here. Look here. If you're coming into the chat, Thorny, and with as much respect as I can say because you are a woman, and we respect women around here. If you're coming in the chat late, don't come in here and don't clean off your feet, Thorny. Wipe your feet off when you come into the house. We talked about the Falcons ad nauseum in the first pretty much 2 segments. From Jay Fish, the Microwave Squad, JY3, you a LeBron fan? From Rel the Intern Scott, Falcons Talk was first, Thorny. Okay, yeah. See, thank you, Rel Scott, for straightening Miss Thorny out for me. From Cedric Galloway, Durant wasn't happy in OKC. He changed teams. That's it. Yeah, I hear you. From Rel the Intern Scott, see Thorny, he saw you. From Bootsy, come on, Thorny. From Big L. And now listen, don't get on Thorny because she came in here and didn't wipe her feet off before she came in. Don't get on her. From Denise Milk and Cookies X Squad, sitting here in the doctor's office listening. And we sitting here in this studio and on the chat room looking at your tig old bitties. Good Lord, you got some tig old bitties. I apologize for that, man. I apologize for that. It kind of caught me off guard. From Gilliard Road's Finest, what up, cuzzo? The best part of the NBA nights on TNT is the pre- and post-game show. Everything in between is not important. Well, I kind of hear what you're saying and get where you're coming from because it's an 82-game season. It's a long season. It's still in the thick of football season, so it's hard to really focus on the NBA. But you're right. The storylines, the NBA is very good at that. They're very good at pushing a storyline to kind of push interest in a particular matchup. Like they've already started promoting Chicago taking on New York. And I think the headline was something about you can go home or you can't go home or something like that. And it's highlighting, Derrick Rose being from Chicago, playing against his former team, the Chicago Bulls, now with New York. And it highlights, Dwayne Wade playing in Chicago going against New York. So they're very good at that, man. The NBA is fantastic. Don't let nobody fool you. From Big L, that damn Ninja's in the house. Great show yesterday, Ninja. I didn't hear Ninja show yesterday, but Ninja always does a great job. Very controversial. Yeah. From Tiffany Sports and Heels, she says, Jay Fish, I couldn't find the show to save my life yesterday afternoon. See, but this is what I always tell y'all, man. There's a follow button on each individual show. And if you hit that follow button, you'll get an alert, through Facebook, Twitter, or just an email. It's very easy to set up. So that's no excuse, Tiffany Sports and Heels. Yeah, good stuff yesterday, though. From sensational TNT crew clown ESPN last night, laughing my ass off. I missed that. From D-Bell, I saw what you did there, Thorny. I'm a little slow this morning. What did Thorny do? Kaza, Burns say you can talk big old titties, but it can't post porn. There's a big difference. And I just mentioned the tig old bitties. Whatever. Back in 3 minutes. Your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps